Why are you not married? When are you getting married? When are you coming for your wedding? Oh my God. Hey guys, you're welcome back to my channel. My name is Gordon Patrick. I'm a social scientist, a Chinese interpreter in a multilateral company, and a proud African YouTuber based in Nigeria. This channel offers you the opportunity to look at things from a different narrative and also tells you life hack on how to navigate some social realities. If today happens to be your first time on my channel, you just might want to consider to click on the subscribe button below and do not forget to turn on your notification bell so it informs you firsthand each time I post a new video. And also I will appreciate it if you like my video. Give my video a thumbs up as it's going to help with the YouTube algorithm. And for returning subscribers, you guys are so loved. I appreciate you guys. The support you guys gave me was overwhelming. I seriously appreciate you guys. On today's video, I'll be talking about inappropriate things you should stop asking people. So the first inappropriate question you should stop asking people is, when are you getting pregnant? When are you having a child? When are we hearing a cry of a baby in your house? What? What for? I feel like this question is super personal, is quite unnecessary, grossly inappropriate to ask anybody this kind of question. People are going through a lot. People are having infertility issue. People are barren. People are going through a lot in a home. And all you could ask somebody is, when are you having a child? When are you having when are we hearing the cry of a baby in, in your house? Are you working in the census department where you are doing birth rate? You are not. Are you a doctor when you at some point you will profile solutions on how to come about the child? No. Are you Jesus Christ who actually gives baby? Well, I feel like there is no need, seriously, because people are going through a lot. You don't know what the person is facing in his or her family. There are some family where the woman is blamed for the fact that the man doesn't have a child. So the woman has gone through a lot. People go to the hospitals, people go to churches to talk to their pastors, people visit therapists, and a whole lot. They are going through psychological trajectories that these questions you ask them is not just wise. Okay, tell me, if somebody who has been struggling for donkey years, say for 8 years, 10 years, or five at least, to have a child, and you pop up with this particular question, if you were the one, put yourself in that person's situation, in that person's shoe, what will you respond? What will be your reply? Yeah, let's be honest. What will be your reply? Would you want the person to lie, or would you want the person to start shedding tears or something? I feel like these questions are quite personal. Unless the person would want to discuss it with you, see what's happening in my marriage, see what's happening in me, then you could actually proffer solutions, or you could actually say one or two things to console the person or give the person hope. But you don't just barge into people with questions like that. It is seriously inappropriate in times like this. Please do not. Some persons can actually be so funny, can actually be so creepy with questions like, why are you eating? You are looking so fat. Why have you grown so big? Come on, come on, come on. Cut people some slack. What did I say? I said cut people some slack. People are going through a lot. For the fact that somebody is looking big, or somebody has added flesh, or something has added weight or something, it doesn't necessarily mean the person is eating too much. People could actually add weight as a result of genetics, obesity. People can actually add weight as a result of the fact that they're having sleepless nights, they're stressed a whole lot. Or people can actually react to medications, or people could actually be facing the normal post-pregnancy period. So you have to understand these things. That was why I actually preaching about social intelligence. You know what to ask. There are ways to actually go about this thing, unless the person open up to you and try to let you understand some certain things. If not, please do not ask. Do not ask, because even for the fact that people have added weight, they are going through a lot. People are going through gym sessions. Some people are eating once in a day just to cut down on that fat. They are trying their utmost best to reduce their level, to actually reduce or to actually cut down on their weight. But due to one reason or the other, things are not actually working. Please do not go and start reminding them or body shaming them on body shaming them. Is I just feel like it's grossly inappropriate. You are not FBI of weight count. You are not FBI on checking who is getting weight and who is losing weight. You are not. So why are you actually coming up with stuffs like this? And there's a particular thing about this. Some people actually body shame people. It's an intentional act. Questions like that could be actually be intentional acts. Even if it were to be a joke, please learn social intelligence, because some jokes are not taken as a joke by the person receiving it. Another insensitive question you should stop asking people is, when are you getting married? Why are you not married? Hmm. Hmm. Why are you not married? Why are you into people's space? Why are you into people's life? You get everybody has a plan. Everybody has a particular plan for their future. Somebody might be 23, might be 24, might be 30, might be 31. It's not your business if they are not married. You're not you are not some kind of husband factory or some kind of wife factory where you produce or you could manufacture husband or partner for them to get married to. Please stop asking questions like this. People are facing a whole lot of things in the society where and society has made this a kind of stigma that if you're above 20, 28, 29, you get into your 30s and know that you're not married, and you should start feel some level of anxiety, some level of worry. So please do not add to that with your own questions. You get there, those questions are just grossly inappropriate. They are not just wise questions you want to ask people. Okay, some persons they've been searching for husbands. They've not seen a husband. Some persons they've actually been looking for the right partner. You do not tell them the kind of right partner they want. You do not give people time limit. Please, you do not give people time limit. I feel like these questions are not just wise whatsoever. Do not give people time limit. Please, these questions are not just, they are not wise. Honestly, they are not wise. And there's this intentional question people ask. Maybe you see a ring on somebody's finger, or an engagement ring or something of that sort. You seriously want to mock that person. You are not asking the question for the fact that you show some level of concern, or you're moved, or you're showing empathy, or you're being compassionate. You are not. You're mocking this person because even some goes as far as saying that, oh, you become Lord of the Rings. They've caged you with an engagement ring. I feel like we as human beings, we should understand what humanity is and show some level of empathy. Stop asking these questions. It's hurting people a whole lot more than where you can fathom. It's actually hurting. Please. Another inappropriate question you should stop asking people is, if they have a job. Have you gotten a job? Why haven't you gotten a job? Do you own a company? Let me ask. Yeah, seriously, do you own a company? Do you own an establishment? Do you own an investment? Are you an entrepreneur? Can you provide job? Can you employ? Right? If you are one of these things I actually mentioned, then there's a way you go about it. Maybe you genuinely want to help people. The COVID-19 actually came with a whole lot of strikes here and there. People lost their jobs. Some workers were retrenched. Some workers were laid off. Some people's salary were actually slashed to up to 80%. For that reason, they left their job. They are facing depression. They are facing a whole lot of worries in their family. Some men are to cater for the family. Some ladies are to cater for their families, a whole lot. And you're coming to ask them if they have a job. What happened to your former job? Why are you still jobless? Are these the questions you should be asking people? I feel like if you should be asking this question, then you should come up with a plan for them. If you don't have a plan for them, then there's practically no need to ask these questions. If you watch the unemployment rate in Nigeria now, it has risen from 20 something percent to 33 1.3%. That is that is millions of jobless people in the society. Even the international unemployment rate has actually risen to 224 million people without a job. So these are worrying times that you should stop asking people this thing. Like they always say like they always say, if you have a job, fix people. If you have an information on how to better their life, give them that information. If you have ways you feel like people could actually make money, get stream of income, then put them through rather than rubbing it in their face that they don't have a job by asking quite flimsy questions. I feel like some of these questions are quite irritating. They are quite they are quite unacceptable. So these questions are inappropriate. To ask somebody if he or she has a job, they are just so inappropriate. Please do not push people into a very bad mood. Do not, because of one of your questions, somebody will go commit suicide or something like that, because it is evident suicide cases has actually been happening in the society as a result of the fact that somebody struggle, people struggle in the street of Lagos, people struggle out there in the world, working from one office to another, getting disappointed, getting insulted by employers. You get to go into different interviews, carrying files here and the people struggle. So the best thing you will do for them is to either keep quiet, mind your business, or possibly, if you have an alternative ways on how to fit them into a particular job, then you do that. But if you don't have, zip your mouth. The other most inappropriate question you should never ask somebody. This particular question, I feel like it is demeaning, it is quite insensitive, and I feel like it's a flimsy question. Is that when you ask somebody, did you give birth through the normal method, through the normal way? Tell me, please, what is abnormal in giving birth? We only have two methods of putting to birth, which is through the vagina and through cesarean section. These two methods are actually legit, are actually normal way of giving birth. Because of the kind of questions people are asking out there and the kind of things you people are saying on the internet, on the social media, is making this thing feel more like a lady who did not give birth through her vagina has is a less privileged person, is less of a woman, is less worthy to be called a woman. And this has actually pushed a whole lot of women that during childbirth, even the doctor being an expert, seeing that you don't have the strength to push your baby through, right? You will just have to you just have to carry on cesarean section. Some ladies actually deny, they refuse the doctor to do their work. Most of all this child mortality and all that is actually, apart from the normal mistakes and apart from the normal things that happen during childbirth, is largely caused by the fact that the lady refused, that they want to push by all means. Please stop asking people these questions. There's nothing whatsoever abnormal about cesarean section. It's actually one of the safest way to put to birth. As a level of sensitization, please, ladies, we have but two ways of putting to birth. We have the cesarean section and we have the vaginal method. Each one of them is actually nice, is actually okay. If you go to the hospital and the doctor realize that you don't have the strength, please let the doctor do their work. They are experts, you are not. If they say you are going under a knife or through cesarean section to bring out your baby, it's actually okay. Let me let you understand. Your baby coming through cesarean section will not stop your child from being intelligent, will not stop your child from being an accomplished child in the future. No, what nothing. So what the heck? So let's stop asking these questions. These questions are grossly inappropriate. They are totally out of place. They are nosy questions. It doesn't hold any water whatsoever. Just stop it. Stop it. The last inappropriate questions I feel like you should stop asking people. This thing is particular with boys. Like asking a fellow guy if you slept with your girlfriend or if you slept with that girl. Is it really necessary? Can two persons have privacy? Can two persons have their intimacy in a private way? I've actually been in a case like this where my guys or a guy will be asking me, Patrick, have you slept with that girl? Have you slept with so so and so? Have you slept with so so and so? I've always frowned at that thing. Once you ask me, I instantly get infuriated and I instantly look for a way to brush it out. That's why in all the relationships I've been with guys, no one dares to ask me such a question. It's an insult to your woman when you start going sharing your sexual life or your intimate life with another person. It's grossly inappropriate. If you're a guy that you've actually been doing this thing, you go out there because it's your guy and he asks you if you slept with your girlfriend and you open your mouth and some people go as much as telling them how wonderful the girl is in bed. This thing I'm telling you is not just I'm not talking about a kind of relationship where a one night stand or a very unserious relationship. I'm talking about serious relationship. Some guys who are into serious relationship, they still communicate their sexual life, their intimate life with their girlfriend or their spouse or their fiance with another guy. This is a disrespect to your lady. This is totally a disrespect. If you have a friend who cannot communicate with you on another level about finances, about serious matters in the society, about meaningful things, and he or she only asks about if you've slept with your girlfriend or how does the girl feel in bed or one of all those very nasty uncensored questions, please, if you have to sever that relationship, fine, because it's a disrespect to your woman, it's a disrespect to anything you preach whatsoever. It's actually a disrespect. So I feel like people should stop asking questions, please. We are in a rough time and all we need is support. All we need is show empathy. All we need to show compassion, be human, understand the humanity, understand some certain things about life. It's not everything you heard or it's not everything you move to ask. Get We should learn social intelligence. There's something you just do not ask until you are being told. No matter the level of friendship you are with a particular person. So that is just it. So we've come to the end of today's video. I would sincerely ask if you have anything to contribute towards this topic, please you could leave them on the comment section down below or the description box. I would attend to them. Or you feel like there are some other inappropriate questions you feel like people ask in the society that they shouldn't ask, please just share them with me. Let's all learn and unlearn some certain things in the society, right? I appreciate it. Or you feel more like there are some points I did not elaborate properly on this video, please, I'm open to criticism. I'm more open to critique. Get So just tell me, or you feel like this way my video is, just tell me. I will so appreciate. But until then, have a splendid day and ciao ciao. Bye bye.